Welcome to our channel. We're so glad you're here. In today's video, we'll be diving into some exciting and valuable content that you won't want to miss. But first, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from. Your thoughts and feedback mean a lot to us. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll be the first to know when our next special video drops tomorrow. Stay tuned, and let's get started. 5 common egg mistakes that could be harming your health. Are you making them? 1. Overcooking eggs, a hidden health risk. One of the biggest mistakes people make when cooking eggs is overcooking them. While eggs are a great source of protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins, exposing them to high heat for too long can cause serious damage to their nutritional value. When eggs are overcooked, whether they're fried to a crispy brown, boiled too long until the yolk turns a grayish green, or scrambled on high heat, they undergo oxidation. This process leads to the formation of harmful substances like oxidized cholesterol. In the long run, these substances can increase inflammation and raise the risk of heart problems. If you've ever noticed a strong sulfur smell after boiling eggs for too long, that's a sign they've been overcooked. This happens because sulfur in the egg whites reacts with iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide. While this doesn't necessarily make the egg toxic, it does mean that valuable nutrients have been lost during the cooking process. Over time, regularly eating overcooked eggs may lead to health concerns, especially for older adults who are already more prone to inflammation and heart-related conditions. For example, take Robert, a 76-year-old man who ate fried eggs for breakfast every day. He liked them crispy on the edges, thinking they tasted better that way. But after a while, Robert began to experience digestive discomfort and frequent heartburn. He had no idea that overcooking his eggs was contributing to his problems. Once he learned about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking his eggs on lower heat, choosing soft, scrambled eggs instead of frying them aggressively. Within just a few weeks, he felt a noticeable difference: less bloating and more energy throughout the day. Another downside of overcooking eggs is that it destroys some of their essential nutrients. Eggs are packed with vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are crucial for brain and eye health. However, exposing them to high heat for too long significantly reduces these nutrients. This means that if you depend on eggs for their nutritional value, cooking them the right way is just as important as eating them in the first place. The good news is that you don't have to stop eating eggs to avoid these risks. You just need to be mindful of how you cook them. By cooking eggs at lower temperatures, whether by lightly boiling, poaching, or soft scrambling them, you'll help preserve their nutrients while reducing the risk of harmful oxidation. If you prefer fried eggs, simply using a gentle flame and avoiding excessive browning can make a big difference. These small changes can go a long way in ensuring you get the most out of your eggs while minimizing any hidden health risks. 2. The dangers of eating raw or undercooked eggs. Following up on the importance of cooking eggs properly, another common mistake is eating raw or undercooked eggs. Many people believe that consuming raw eggs is a healthy way to maximize nutrition. They think they're getting all the protein, vitamins, and minerals in their most natural form. But what they don't realize is that eating eggs raw or undercooked exposes you to serious health risks, the most concerning being bacterial contamination. Specifically, raw eggs can carry salmonella, a harmful bacteria that causes food poisoning. While salmonella infections are uncommon, they're not something you should ignore, especially for older adults whose immune systems weaken with age. What might be a mild illness for a younger person could turn into a major health problem for someone older, leading to dehydration, fever, stomach cramps, and even hospitalization. Take Margaret, for example, a 68-year-old woman who swore by raw egg smoothies every morning, believing it was the best way to absorb nutrients. After years of this routine, she suddenly experienced severe stomach pain, nausea, and vomiting. After visiting her doctor, she was diagnosed with a salmonella infection. She was shocked. How could something as simple as eggs cause such a mess? The truth is, even the cleanest eggs can carry bacteria if they're not handled or stored correctly. Margaret's raw egg habit was putting her health at risk without her even realizing it. Once she switched to fully cooking her eggs, she never had another issue and continued to enjoy the same benefits, but without the risk. But that's not all. Raw eggs also contain a compound called avidin, which can interfere with your body's ability to absorb biotin, an essential B vitamin. Biotin plays a key role in supporting metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. When you consume eggs raw, avidin binds to the biotin and makes it harder for your body to absorb. However, when you cook the eggs, the heat breaks down avidin, allowing your body to fully benefit from all the nutrients. So, even if you think raw eggs might be a shortcut to better health, they're actually doing more harm than good in the long run. The best way to enjoy eggs is by cooking them thoroughly, whether scrambled, boiled, or poached, ensuring that both the whites and yolks are firm. If you like runny yolks, pasteurized eggs can reduce the risk of contamination, but it's always safer to cook them completely. Just like overcooking, consuming raw eggs is another hidden danger that you can easily avoid with a few simple changes. By taking care to cook your eggs fully, you'll avoid the risk of salmonella and give your body the full nutritional benefits it deserves. 3. The dangers of storing cooked eggs improperly. Building on the importance of cooking eggs properly, another mistake many people overlook is storing cooked eggs the wrong way. Just like how overcooking or eating raw eggs can harm your health, improper storage can turn a perfectly safe meal into a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria. After cooking eggs, most people don't think much about how they store them. But if you leave cooked eggs out at room temperature for too long or store them incorrectly, they can become a serious health risk. Bacteria, like Salmonella or E. coli, thrive in warm conditions, and if eggs sit in that danger zone, between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, germs can start multiplying rapidly. And for older adults, foodborne illnesses can be far more dangerous than for younger people. A simple oversight, like leaving eggs on the counter for a few hours, can lead to a serious stomach illness. Take George, a 72-year-old man who used to prepare a big batch of scrambled eggs at the start of the week to save time. He would leave them loosely covered in the fridge, thinking they'd stay fine for days. But over time, he started experiencing stomach aches, nausea, and discomfort every time he ate the leftover eggs. After doing some research, George realized that his method of storing eggs might be the cause. He switched to using airtight containers and started making smaller portions. Almost immediately, his stomach troubles stopped. That simple change made all the difference. The risk doesn't end there. Another issue with improper egg storage is cross-contamination. Cooked eggs, if stored too close to raw meat or unwashed vegetables, can absorb harmful bacteria from those foods. Even though the eggs are cooked, they can still become contaminated once they cool down, just like any other perishable food. One common mistake that people don't think twice about is reheating eggs in the microwave. If you've ever reheated scrambled eggs only to find them rubbery and with an odd smell, it's because eggs don't reheat well in a microwave. The intense heat can ruin their texture and, worse, cause them to lose nutrients or become unsafe to eat. To properly store cooked eggs, always keep them refrigerated in airtight containers and don't leave them out for more than 2 hours. Hard-boiled eggs should be eaten within a week, while scrambled or fried eggs are best within 3 to 4 days. If you have to reheat them, do so on the stove over low heat or in short bursts in the microwave, stirring in between. Simple precautions like these can help you avoid food poisoning and ensure your eggs stay safe and nutritious. Just like overcooking or eating raw eggs, improper storage is a hidden risk that you can easily avoid with a little attention to detail. Proper egg storage is key to protecting your health and preventing those unwanted stomach problems. 4. The dangers of using bad or expired eggs. Just when you thought you've covered all the bases with cooking and storing eggs properly, there's another major risk you might be overlooking: using bad or expired eggs. It may seem simple, but using eggs that are cracked, damaged, or past their expiration date can seriously compromise your health. Even if eggs look perfectly fine from the outside, they can still harbor dangerous bacteria like salmonella, especially if they've been stored improperly. Many people rely solely on the printed expiration date to determine if their eggs are safe, but that's not always accurate. Eggs can go bad before or even after the date printed on the carton. The truth is, improper handling or fluctuating temperatures during storage can cause eggs to spoil much sooner. Consider Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman who thought she was doing everything right when it came to eating eggs. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed an unusual smell, but she shrugged it off and cooked it anyway. Just hours later, she was hit with stomach cramps and nausea so intense that she had to visit the doctor. After some tests, it turned out she had food poisoning from a spoiled egg. The experience shocked her. She had been careful with her food, but never considered checking her eggs for freshness. From that day forward, Evelyn made it a habit to perform the simple water test before cooking her eggs. If an egg floats, it's time to toss it out. No questions asked. The water test is easy. Fill a bowl with cold water and gently place the egg inside. If it sinks and lies flat on the bottom, it's fresh. If it stands upright but doesn't float, it's still okay, but should be used soon. If it floats, it's best to throw it away. But the danger isn't just about the eggs you cook with. How they were handled before they even reached your kitchen also matters. Eggs that are kept at improper temperatures during shipping, delivery, or in your fridge can develop condensation, which encourages bacterial growth. Many people make the mistake of storing eggs in the fridge door, where the temperature fluctuates. Eggs should always be kept in the coldest part of your fridge to keep them fresh and safe. Additionally, if an egg is cracked even slightly, it's better to toss it out than risk contamination. Once an egg shell is compromised, bacteria can easily enter, making it unsafe to eat. Just like overcooking, eating raw eggs, or storing them improperly, using bad or expired eggs can lead to serious health risks. By following these simple precautions, you'll avoid unnecessary foodborne illnesses and ensure that your eggs stay fresh and safe to eat. 5. Cooking eggs with unhealthy oils, a risk you might not see coming. Now that we've covered how important it is to cook, store, and handle eggs properly, let's dive into one last critical mistake: cooking eggs with unhealthy oils. The oil you use to cook your eggs can make all the difference between a nutritious meal and one that might contribute to long-term health problems. While eggs are naturally packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins, the wrong cooking oil can undermine all of that. Many people don't realize that certain oils, especially highly processed vegetable oils, can break down when heated. This breakdown produces harmful substances, including trans fats and oxidized fats, which can negatively affect your body over time. If you've been frying your eggs with vegetable oil, margarine, or even oils like canola, soybean, or corn oil, you could unknowingly be exposing yourself to these harmful fats. Trans fats, in particular, have been linked to increased inflammation, heart disease, and even memory problems as we age. These fats can interfere with normal cell function, leading to chronic health issues. And for older adults who are already at a higher risk for conditions like arthritis and heart disease, consuming these oils can be especially damaging. Think about Frank, a 78-year-old man who cooked his eggs with vegetable oil every morning. He never thought much about the type of oil he used. But after learning about the dangers of processed oils, he decided to make a change. He switched to healthier alternatives like olive oil and butter, and within weeks, he felt more energized after meals and noticed improvements in his digestion. But the problems with unhealthy oils don't stop there. Many of these oils have low smoke points, meaning they break down and release free radicals when exposed to high heat. Free radicals are harmful molecules that can damage cells and accelerate the aging process. So, if you've been cooking eggs at high heat with these oils, you may be putting unnecessary stress on your body. The good news is there are healthier options. Oils like butter, ghee, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil have high smoke points and remain stable when heated. These healthy fats not only provide rich flavor, but also support brain function, heart health, and overall well-being. Avocado oil is another great choice, thanks to its high smoke point and rich monounsaturated fats. Just like overcooking eggs, using unhealthy oils can turn a nutritious meal into a source of inflammation and disease. The key takeaway here is simple. It's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it. By making the switch to healthier cooking oils, you'll preserve the benefits of your eggs while reducing your exposure to harmful substances. It's a small change that can make a big impact on your overall health. We'd love to hear from you. If you found today's video helpful, drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Have you been making any of these common mistakes when it comes to cooking or storing eggs? Maybe you've learned something new today, or perhaps you've had some experiences of your own that you'd like to share. We'd love to know how you cook your eggs and if you've made any changes after learning about the risks involved. Are you someone who likes their eggs scrambled, boiled, or maybe even runny? Let us know how you prefer them, and if you plan to try any of the tips we discussed to keep your eggs both tasty and nutritious. Your feedback is so important to us, and it helps us create content that you find valuable and relevant. Also, if you have any other tips for cooking or storing eggs, or if you've had any unexpected experiences with eggs in the past, feel free to share them. We love hearing from our community, and your comments could help others make better choices in the kitchen. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of our future videos. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing your thoughts in the comments below.